Hey guys, Mark Harbert from markharbert.com here, and in this video we're going to talk about the number one asset that you should be building in your business if you're doing business online. It's so crucial. You need to be building your email list. So stick around. I'm going to give you some of the reasons why you should be doing this. So many people come online, they want to do business online, they want to build their business online. I get it. Many years ago when I got involved in network marketing, home business, I found the best way to leverage my time and the best way to get in front of the largest amount of prospects was to use the internet. It was to learn some marketing strategies, get people in front of my presentation. And I learned very quickly that one of the best ways to do that was to build a list. And it's always been really the main crux of internet marketing is to build a distribution channel, so to speak, and that's what I call an email list. It's really a distribution channel. It's really the equivalent of having a network of people that are interested in what you do, and then you can promote out to these people when you have a relevant offer. And one of the key things that you need to know is that the average person comes to a website, they may view some content, they may see a couple things, but the average person comes to a website and then they leave and never come back to that website ever again. And the reason being is because maybe they forget, they get distracted on other content, their attention goes elsewhere. And one of the reasons you want to build an email list is for follow-up purposes. Now, I've been in this industry for a long time, and one of the things I learned early on is that a prospect rarely ever takes action on the very first exposure. You know, maybe around 3%, 5% if you want to be super, liberal about it and really, put a big idea in there. But it's about 3% of the people will take action on the very first exposure. So, what do you do with the other 97%? Well, the truth is that the average person needs about 7 exposures before they make a decision. So your goal is to get them on an email list so that you can follow up with them. And I learned this very early on, and it has done wonders for my business to build a highly responsive email list. So one of the things is that people put a lot of focus on social media. And social media is a great way to build your business, and you should be using social media. But the entire goal of social media is to get people on your email list. Because here's the truth. You may have a huge following on Facebook. You may have a huge following on Twitter or some other place online, some other social network. But the truth is you don't own that. You don't own your Facebook profile. You don't own your Facebook page. Even though maybe you put a lot of effort into it, guess what? Good old Mark Zuckerberg's the one that owns that. If one day he decides, hey, you know what? I don't want you to have this page anymore. I don't like what you're doing. Boom, it's gone, and your entire business is gone. You need to, if you want to be in control of your business, you need to own your most precious asset, and your most precious asset is your distribution channel, which is mainly your email list. Email today is super effective. Even though, many people are put a lot of focus on social media, email is still the best way to build a distribution channel, to build an audience, and to stay in touch with that audience. So you need to be building an email list, something you own, something you control, and something that you can, wouldn't it be nice to be able to send out one email and get 5, 10 signups in your business? Recruit a couple people, sign people up in your health and wellness business, or sign people up in your technology business, whatever it may be. But the key is having an email database that you can refer back to and build that audience. So one of the key components that you need to do and you need to learn when it comes to online marketing is that your list is number one, first and foremost. Now, I do consulting. I've done some consultings with people of large corporations. I've actually had some people come to me who have distributions of 100,000 people asking me questions about online marketing. And I was talking to one gentleman one time, and I asked how many people were on his email list. And he said, well, we've got about 25, 30,000 people on our email list. And I said, well, how often do you email them? And he said, well, not very often. And I said, why not, man? These people, they want to hear from you. And this is somebody who creates content on a regular basis, content that's super relevant to the people on his email list, but yet he never emails them the content. And I showed him and helped him to understand that his biggest asset was that email list, because those people already expressed an interest in what it is that he was offering. And really, it was like a light bulb went off. He even told me, I never realized how much of an asset that truly is. And so people need to understand the biggest asset you can build online is your email list. It's all about follow-up. Okay, fortune is in the follow-up. How many times have you heard that? If you build an email list and you want to go start a new company, or you want to do a webinar or something like that, just imagine being able to promote to that email list and sign people up. One of my best recruiting experiences was I did a webinar one night, signed up over 50 people in one evening, and that went on to pay me a residual income for several years. And so I am, totally sold on email lists and the importance of having a very strong email list. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope I've really stressed the importance of why you need to be building an email list. It's crucial. Remember, you might be using social media and it's working awesome for you, but if you don't get people onto your email list, really you're building your business on a house of cards. You need to own that asset, and that asset is your email list. So if you want more tips, tricks, and strategies just like this, I create content like this on a regular basis. You really should get over at my blog and make sure you pick up my cheat sheet there at my blog. It will certainly help you out. But I send out content like this on a regular basis. I want to make sure you get my most recent updates. So go over to markharbert.com, enter your name and email, and I'll send you over some stuff, some really cool stuff, all right? I appreciate you. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.